Okay. Misfortune now has Overwhelm again. So that helps scouts out quite a bit. They definitely needed the help. But this was a bigger nerf than people thought it was when they took away Overwhelm. I think this is nice to see again. Aurelia and Misfortune could be interesting too. We'll see. What's this bar? Okay. See this bar? This means we have a giant patch. Holy. This is such a tiny bar. You can't even see it, can you? Right here. No, you still can't see it. Well, there's the bar is like this big. So J4, yeah, J4 got a small buff, 4 to 3, so he levels up a little bit easier. Tryndamere, Overwhelm Fearsome, Tough. So in the beta, he actually used to have Tough, so they gave him he's a lot harder to remove now. So it's not a huge thing, but you know, it's something. Also, can y'all hear like the desktop? I'll turn that up a little bit more. Is the music at an okay volume? Sorry. Like I said, I haven't done this whole streaming thing for a bit. Karma from 6 to 5. I know a lot of people will be really excited about this. I think it's a fine change. I think she needed a little bit of help. She was one of the lower win rate champions in the game, and she doesn't have the same things she had before. So yeah, Karma got a nice buff. Maybe Karma Lux is a possibility now. Aurelia? Alright, is it a buff? No. 12 attack to 14. Honestly, I don't think this makes that much of a difference. I don't know, it could make a full turn sometimes. Okay, I hope they do more than that. Riven. When you gain the attack token to reforge, when I'm summoned, you have the attack token to reforge. So you can play her on 3 and reforge right away, which is really nice. So they kind of followed the Aurelia idea, where she gets the flawless duet upon play with the attack token. So they just buffed Riven. Riven becomes quite a bit better with this, I think. She was already pretty close to playable, and this helps quite a bit. I like this a lot. One of the worst things about Riven was you had to like play her on your opponent's turn 4 or something like that. Hey Afro Ninja, thank ya. So being able to just slap her down on 3 is really nice. Or 4 in some cases, it depends. Heimerdinger buff. I don't think this does anything, but it's something. 4 health is a lot harder to deal with than 3 health in this game still, but it's a 5 mana 2/4. It's still really hard to deal with, or not. It's still not that hard to deal with, but we'll see. Hecarim up from a 5/5 to a 5/6. Wow, he used to be a 4/6. Thanks, Fish, for the 45 months. Appreciate it. So, Hecarim, yeah, 5/6 now. This means he might be able to get 2 attacks on rally sometimes, or he just won't die as often. This is actually a really, for Hecarim, it's a big change. For the game, it's not that big of a change, I would say. But if you like playing Hecarim decks for fun, this will help you out a lot. This helps a lot. It's really nice to see this. Azir, you summon 10 units, you summoned 13 units. It's a new level up requirement. I mean, that hurts the Azir Aurelia deck, but it hurts Mono Shurima so much more, which is a bit sad. But, so Aurelia and Azir both got toned down a little bit. I hope they do a little bit more than that. It does hurt every Azir deck for sure. Is it enough? I feel like it's still like a tier 1 deck with the current nerfs right now. Went from tier 0 to tier 1. Nasus, no keyword, so he no longer has Fearsome. Nasus level 2 and 3 still have Fearsome. Huh. I wish level 2 didn't have Fearsome. Level 3 definitely should. That's interesting. I think level 2, it's a small, you know, it's still a nerf, I would say. It helps in the early game, especially if you play aggro against Nasus, so that's good. Sivir, 35, 30. I love this change. It's not like a huge change, but I love Sivir. She's one of my favorite champions in the the Shurima expansion because she can just allow you to do so many cool things. So this is a really exciting change. Like the Sivir Garen was in the Americas seasonal. I really want to try that deck. I think there's some fun things that could be done. This helps Sivir LeBlanc archetype, which is an okay archetype to start with as well. Talia. Ah! Oh my. I'm just gonna read this in my head real quick. Oh. Landmark. So it's the same thing except she doesn't need a landmark anymore. A slight buff, but nothing huge. Base stats. Level 1, 3-4, 3-5. I mean, I'll take it. A 3-4 was... 3-5 is quite a bit better, actually. That's actually a pretty big buff. Not like Tark is now a great buff, but he feels less bad to play. So I'm happy about that. Aphelios. He got +1 health. Still pretty bad. The fact that the weapons are all 3 mana, pretty bad, I would say. A slight help, but nothing great. Followers. Alright, so that was all the champion changes. Okay, hopefully there's some more, I was gonna say changes to Azurelia, but Make It Rain, Misfortunes Make It Rain, down to 2. That's insane. This is crazy. So if you played like a year ago, this Make It Rain card made a lot of aggro types like not viable, like spider aggro. This destroys spider aggro. It destroys so many things and made TF Swain one of the best archetypes in the game. So I wonder if there'll be more, that there's more reason for this. But this is huge for Bilgewater. This goes into Pirate aggro again too, most likely. And Pirate aggro is already really good. So, let's see. Black Market Merchant got buffed? Okay. So, are they gonna buff Pilfer Goods? They're going back to Nab. They're going back to Nab. Is it Pilfer Goods? Wait, is it Double Up? That's not Pilfer Goods. I don't think I want Pilfer Goods buffed, so I don't know. Is it going in order of numbers? I don't know if that's dodged or not. I want Riptide Rex buff. Riptide Rex buff. Riptide Rex buff, please. Double Up. It's a small buff. Deal 2 to an enemy if it kills for the enemy nexus. 5 makes a lot more sense for this card. It makes a lot more sense for this card. With Kegs, there's that one I saw, it's like a 2-mana one that makes you cast a Keg easier. So, dang. Ah! Slotbot! 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 Round start, grant me +0/1 for each card you drew last round. Then shuffle my power and help on summon and round start. So you can do all your cards and draw them for the previous turn and then play him and he automatically will get value. I mean, you could get unlucky and still get like 1 health Slotbot, but you just have a bigger Slotbot on play most of the time. At minimum, you drew 1 card at the start of the round. I love Slotbot. I definitely will play some Jinx Twisted Fate Casino. Alright, that is not Riptide Rex. Does it go in order of these Bilgewater and then is it... Oh, whoops. You didn't see that. It's in order. There's no Riptide Rex! I wanted Riptide Rex so bad to be buffed. It's alright, JB. Confront. This is a really great change. Double drawing Shyvana felt so bad. Double drawing Shyvana felt terrible, especially with dragons. They love Challenger. They love Challenger. So for 2 mana, that doesn't feel bad for Grant Challenger. I think this is a really great change. I like this change a lot. 3 felt really ridiculous for the card. 2 feels very fair in my opinion. Mage, Seeker, Insider. Not gonna lie, who cares? Maybe you play it in like a Lux Karma deck, but Laurenta Bladekeeper. Base stats 2-3 to 3-3. Much better. This is probably playable. I bet you play it in like a J4 deck. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It makes some of my memes more viable though too. Howling Abyss 7 to 6. Oh yeah. I like to see it. I've been playing that thing at 7 mana. At 6 mana, it's so much easier to like ramp into that and play it. This is nice. I like this change. Rin Shadowblade, base stats 3-3 to 4-3. This is one of those buffs that it probably won't make a difference for the card at all, but it will allow people to meme with it a little bit more, which I personally like those changes a lot. I think it's a lot of fun to do things like that. So I'm happy that they took, I remember they kind of talked about saying like, oh, we don't want to make changes that people won't actually impact the meta that much. And I more or less said that I thought that was a bad way to go about it, because a lot of people don't care what the meta is necessarily. They just want to have fun with different cards. And this is a really good example of that. There's a lot of people that are just like, I'm going to play this card because it's fun and experiment with it. Dancing Droplet! Attune to Elusive. Hey, oh, okay, never mind. Sorry, my cat was pawing and I thought he was getting the carpet, but no, he's a cat scratcher. No more Attune. This is actually an insane change. This is huge because Retreat Return is so much worse now in Azir Aurelia, and that was one of the ways they protected everything. That's an insane change. Yeah, that's a really big change. I don't know if it's the card that I would have hit personally, but you cheat out a lot less mana this way, and that's important. Attune is where you get 1 spell mana. You can't turn 2 Azir. Yeah, I pretty much never saw that. It's possible, but I saw it like once or twice, but I know it happened. I know it happened. So yeah, this is really, I like this change. It keeps the mana cheating down a bit. Greenglade Lookout, base stats 2-1 to 2-2. This card's playable now. I think this card is playable now. And like, maybe like a J4 Shin type thing. And other meme decks too that I'll probably play. I like this change a lot. It's one of my favorites, I think, so far that we've seen. Alright, I know you all can't see this bar. We're not even halfway. It's crazy. Young Witch, base stats 1-1 to 1-2. It's a small change, but it's helpful. It's helpful. I don't really know if I'll see this card be played that much, but doesn't die to make it rain. Yeah, that is a pretty big thing. Zoe and Timo both died to make it rain now. My Timo. Will Viola. Why? Why did they do this? Oh, I don't get this one. What? Alright, that took the wind out of my sails a bit. If you don't know, if you didn't play like within the last, a year plus ago, if you didn't play a year plus ago, you might not know why this one's so frustrating. Because, like, if you played, like, Leviathan and Swain Leviathan, it would just get willed. It doesn't, your stuff doesn't matter anymore. If you play Sejuani, it gets willed. Stuff doesn't matter anymore. Will at 4 mana is just a disgusting card. I mean, it's really like a 4 mana vengeance is how Swim used to explain it as. And, yeah, it's a 4 mana vengeance. You can use it to save your own stuff, too. But usually it's just... I'm not happy about this one. This changes the meta a lot. Wow, Karma Will is a thing now too again. Like, this just helps Karma decks survive longer is what I'm saying. This hurts Shurima Overwhelm quite a bit too, which I like Shurima Overwhelm. I'm scared of this card. And it makes a lot of my fun stuff that I play not viable anymore, which really sucks. It's kind of like how Hush is. It makes flat Scar Grounds a lot worse. I mean, there's a good number of things this card just makes worse that are tier 2, tier 3 fun decks to play, so I'm really disappointed. Carmelux is back, maybe, I don't know. This one's really disappointing though. This card should be a 5 for sure. We'll see, but I'm not excited. This card is a meta defining card here. This is very meta defining. Twin Disciplines, 3 to 2 costs. That's a big change. That's a really big change. So if you're playing like Shin Jarvan, it's still worse than Sharpsight, which you'd probably run a 3 of. And then maybe this is a 1 or a 2 of in some decks. It's not too bad in Karma either. It's not bad in Karma. It's not bad in Elusives. It's a good change, I think. I like this one a lot. This is a really good change. Incisive Tactician, 4/5 to 5/5. This does nothing. I don't mind it. It makes people play it a little bit more, but like Reputation's already been activated, and it needs a keyword to really like make a big change to this, I would say. Like if it gained Overwhelm, it'd be a lot better, and it still wouldn't be that good. City Breaker. City Breaker Sejuani, let's go. I don't think this really does that much, but I like them buffing underplayed cards. I like this change. J Medarda. This doesn't do anything. If he had Elusive back, he'd be nuts. Even as a 6 mana 4/4, he probably still wouldn't be that good. 6 mana 5/5 Elusive though, he would be pretty nuts. But he's a meme. He'll still continue to be a meme. And some of that's okay, but he just doesn't have like a good meme with him right now. He has like ones. Aw, Henchman. I like this buff. It's another just for fun buff. It doesn't really do much, but it's fun. Rummage? I don't like this one either. There's so like I felt like discard aggro was fine. I felt like Draven Ezreal was pretty fine. I don't think this is the card you want to hit in those archetypes. Like in Draven Ezreal, I would hit Tri-Beam more likely than anything. I think Tri-Beam would be your biggest card, and even then I like Tri-Beam a lot from a design standpoint, so I don't even know if I would hit it then. I don't like the Rummage change. It was a card that you had deck building cost because you were, you know, making discard fodder and stuff like that. And it was a pretty, to me, it's a fairly decent skill intensive card too. And at 2 mana, I think it's really bad. I think 1 versus 2 mana is a huge change. I mean, you literally doubled its cost. Like, that's a big change. Hey, Clemmy. Oh, Tri-Beam. They nerfed it to 5. I personally still think this card will be good. It might not be, but I think it will be. But I think the Rummage change hurts. Like, I feel like if you just hit this card for Draven Ezreal, it'd be fine. Maybe they're worried about with the new cards with P and Z that Rummage is just too good. I'm not sure. Hey, Actor. Rummage looks nuts at 1. It's because you were used to Tessel Bones. Like, we have other cards just much better than Rummage. And this card, the reason why this nerf hurts so bad, it hurts aggro so much more than Control too. Because Jinx and Draven, you are always like hardly enough mana to empty your hand for Jinx level up. So this going up to 2 hurts you so bad. Where like other like Karma, if you're playing Karma PNZ again, like let's say Karma Israel came back, I don't think that's the case. But if it did, you can afford to spend 2 mana as the control deck. You can't as the aggro deck. So that's why I hate this change a lot too. Because I like discard aggro as an archetype quite a bit. Watcher, 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 watcher. I cost 0, blah, 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 blah. I cost 0 if you summon 5+ allies. So that means Fading Memories spam is a lot worse now. Attack, obliterate all but 3 non-champion in the enemy deck. So this is so much worse now. It's so much worse. You cannot just play Watcher combo anymore. You can't just Spectral Matron Watcher combo and expect to win the game. I mean, you just run out of resources. Like, you need, like, Ladros or Atrocity or something now. Like, at 3 cards is 2 more turns. So, this change is crazy big. It's now just kind of like an alternate win condition that Lysandra has, besides she already has a good level up of giving the Nexus tough and the Ice Shard the entire time. She's still good with that. So I like this change a lot. This is what we needed. This is what we needed. It costs Yeti though. Yeah, but obliterate all but 3 doesn't do that much anymore. Especially when we got more, like, a bunch of the cards that got added are cards that shuffle things back into your deck. Which is also funny. You can still play Watch with Matron. You can, but people are going to figure something out with this much left. Most of the time, not always. It's not consistent enough just to be like, I'm gonna play Spectral Matron Watcher and that's my entire game plan and I'm gonna win games that way. It's just not gonna work the same. Aggro's gonna end up to Aggro's gonna have 2 more turns to squeak out wins against you. Same thing with mid-range. But I think I never had an issue with Spectral Matron. Yeah, TLC's dead. This 100% kills TLC. Emerald Duo, 13 months. That's incredible. Thank you so much for the 13 months. Rasa! 7.5 to 8.6. Still really bad, chat. TLC's Trundle Lysandra combo. Yeah, this is still, it's more playable, but at 8 mana, this effect just isn't that good. Not good at all. Even if you had 8 mana, 8/6, play kill the 2 weakest enemies, it'd become a lot better. Even if you took out if an ally died this round, but still, it's... I like this card and this idea a lot. I wish they made it 7 mana, 7/5 again instead. I would like that a lot better. Dusk Rider. Honestly, this just makes low rolls a little bit, a little bit better. It's not that big. Escaped Abomination! If you don't know, this comes from the Curse Keeper, the 2 mana 1/1. This is a big change. This destroys Thrush Nasus really hard, and really all of SI aggro, which is a little bit sad. I really like not Thrush Nasus, I really like SI aggro, but this dies to Avalanche now. And it dies like the 2/1 that you have on board, you know, if you play like a Dune Keeper or something. Like, this is huge change. Yeah, it used to be, if you played like a year and a half ago, this was a 4/4. This used to be a 4/4, it got nerfed to a 4/3, and then now it's a 4/2. It's like one of the few cards that we've seen just like nerfed twice like this over time. Stalking Shadows, 2 to 3. Alright, this card is nuts at 2 mana. And it's still pretty good at 3. I really love Stalking Shadows though. It's a bit sad because this hurts Nightfall aggro, or mid-range, whatever you want to call it, and it hurts spiders really, really, really bad. Even deep a little bit too. But this card is just, it was broken, but it didn't feel like painfully broken, you know? Like, there's the skill to picking the right card and stuff like that. But wow, no, this SI aggro SI Hakuro and Blighted Caretaker has been nerfed a bit too. You know, that was nerfed to a 1/1 a while ago. SI Aggro looking really bad. Yeah, Stalking Shadows was OP, but I didn't, you know, I didn't mind it. Clock Hand 4777. It is still the same thing. It's just a one of and Trundle Lysandra Thralls. Raz Bloodmane, it doesn't make a difference, unfortunately. I mean, it makes it look a little bit better because I like this card, but it needed to be a 6 mana 6/6 instead of a 7 mana 7/7 in my opinion. Dune Keeper 2/1 to 1/2. This is so much worse. This is so much worse. It doesn't trade the same way. I actually would have liked it better as a 1/1 just because the symmetrical part of it. But this is so much worse. Way, way worse. I can't even begin to explain how much worse this is than before. Like, I would just rather run, like, Legion Saboteur. I mean, I'm okay with it. This card was pretty nutty. Mountain Sojourners. 2/5 to 4/5. Tark Mountain Sojourners, chat. I'm excited for it. I'm excited. It's still bad, but I'm excited for it. A 5 mana 4/5, much better than a 5 mana 2/5. Sun Guardian base stats 4/3 to 4/4. It doesn't really do much, but it's something. Star Shaping! Amount healed 5 to 4. This should have happened such a long time ago. This should have happened, I don't know, like 5 or 6 months ago. This was very necessary. This needed it so bad. I personally thought 3 would even be better, but this feels so much better. 5 to 4. This feels a lot more fair than before. Thanks, Garth. Thank you. Glad to have ya. And thanks for the sub 7 months. Appreciate it. Sojourners no longer dies to culling. True. The Serpent 2/1 to 1/1. Oh, wait a second. They didn't actually update that. But this is crazy. This is a huge change. Clemmy, thank you so much for the Prime Gaming sub. Appreciate it. Hey, Phoenix. I'm doing great. This is a huge, huge, huge change. Hey, Adri LG. Appreciate that. I don't like that one. I like this one. I think at 0 mana, this card was always ridiculous. It also nerfs Zoe, and it nerfs Spacey Sketcher too, which honestly were kind of ridiculous. Although Zoe gets hurt by Make It Rain so bad. Hey, thanks, Rax. I think this is a fine change. Alright, I wish Equinox got hit instead. However, this low-key is an Equinox nerf, because if you nerf the pool around Equinox, you're still nerfing Equinox. If you nerf Zoe and you nerf Spacey Sketcher, you're nerfing Equinox too, because people play those cards less because what you get from it isn't as good. This does hurt, like, if you played, like, Targon and Noxus aggro, it hurts it a little bit. But no, this makes a lot more sense. Thank you. Appreciate it, guy. Fangs? Base stats 3/2 to 2/2. This is a huge nerf. I don't think I'll play this card anymore. This card, you've nerfed Serpent, and you've nerfed one of the stats. I don't think I play this card anymore. This is more in line how, like, a Invoke card should be, in my opinion. But this is a big nerf. And that's it. A lot of changes. Jeez, it's a lot of changes. My favorite nerf is easily the Watcher. I'm pretty sure that's my favorite nerf is the Watcher. I'm trying to look at them. My least favorite buff is Will of Ionia. This is really easy. Yeah, favorite nerf is Watcher. My least favorite buff is Will of Ionia. Oh, Slopbot is up there too for my favorite buff. Make It Rain I'm a little bit scared of, not gonna lie. I like the Sivir buff quite a bit too. I don't know if Azir really how good it's going to be now. It definitely got hit. I think it still is tier 1 or tier 2 though. 4 mana Will is just... I'm so not excited for it. Anyone playing Aphelios? Probably not. He's pretty bad. So, overall, pretty great patch. I'm happy with the number of meme cards that got changed a bit. Some of the buffs, I'm bad at that intro, or exits. Yeah. So, overall, it's a pretty good patch. I'm excited about most of the changes. I really like how they went to big patch notes again. I feel like that is much more exciting than when they changed like 2 or 3 cards. No one seemed to be really happy with that, and there's a good number of buffs, which pretty much everyone in the community loves buffs, because that means you don't have to worry about, you know, losing the value in the cards that you already have. Instead, you're being able to play them more, which I think everyone's pretty excited about, except for the Will of Ionia one. There's some people excited about Will of Ionia though, but they'll see. Their eyes will open with time. Make It Rain is a little bit like that too. I'm excited but scared at the same time. Yeah, really great patch though, Riot Games. I'm really happy with this patch. It's one of the better ones we've had in a long time, and it's pretty exciting. There's a few things I wish would have been changed too, like Riptide Rex getting reverted. I would have loved that. But overall, fantastic patch. So this is really exciting. So thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!